Iran doesn't need to fire a single missile to shake the world's oil market. Here are 7 levels of naval disruption. Level 1. Visible patrols. Iran's small, fast boats rarely fire a shot. Their goal? Make tanker captains nervous. The IRGC Navy operates hundreds of these boats in the Persian Gulf. Agile and cheap, they can disrupt shipping simply by being present, moving in groups, circling commercial tankers, and coming dangerously close before retreating. These patrols rely on intimidation rather than combat. In 2015 alone, several commercial vessels reportedly altered their routes or requested naval escorts after IRGC boats appeared on radar. Analysts note that these adjustments, combined with temporary insurance changes, can ripple through global trade and even influence oil prices. The strategy works precisely because it is legal. Iran operates within its own territorial waters, and other navies can escort ships but cannot intervene directly. Reports suggest that this combination of presence, unpredictability, and legal safety allows Iran to exert influence without firing a single bullet. This is level 1. The fear is real, shipping continues, and the world feels the impact without any open conflict. Level 2. Targeted seizures. When patrol boats make captains uneasy, seizures make the world stop and take notice. According to news reports, Iranian forces have occasionally boarded foreign vessels, taking control of the ship and its crew. One of the most widely reported cases occurred in July 2019 when the Stena Impero was boarded in international waters. IRGC commandos reportedly secured the bridge, redirected the vessel to Bandar Abbas, and detained all 23 crew members. These incidents are often seen by analysts as carefully calculated. In the case of the Stena Impero, it followed the seizure of an Iranian tanker near Gibraltar, suggesting a reciprocal pressure. While each seizure creates a short-term disruption, it also triggers long-term responses. Naval escort programs expanded, international scrutiny increased, and sanctions tightened. Even though ships may be stopped temporarily, the Strait of Hormuz itself remains open. Level 2 demonstrates that targeted seizures can escalate tension and disrupt trade, but they do so in a measured, highly visible way, relying on legal gray areas and careful timing. Level 3. Naval mines. One hidden mine can stop hundreds of tankers just by fear. Seizing one ship can stop a single vessel, but naval mines have the potential to disrupt shipping on a much larger scale. The Strait of Hormuz is only 33 kilometers wide at its narrowest point, with shipping lanes just a few kilometers across. According to public reports, Iran possesses thousands of naval mines, ranging from simple contact mines to advanced smart mines that activate only when a large vessel passes overhead. The real impact is not only physical, but psychological. Experts note that even a single confirmed mine in the strait can lead insurers to restrict coverage, which in turn may prevent tankers from sailing until the area is declared safe. In 1988, the USS Samuel B. Roberts struck an Iranian mine, an incident documented by the U.S. Navy, illustrating how mines can halt operations and prompt military responses. Deploying mines comes with high risk. Historical examples show that an attack often triggers retaliation from other navies, making the tactic both powerful and potentially costly. Level 3 demonstrates that even without firing a shot, mines can create uncertainty, delay shipping, and significantly influence global trade. Level 4. Drone strikes. Mines are hidden and slow, but drones are fast, precise, and unpredictable. According to public reports, Iran's Shahed-136 drones can circle above shipping lanes, identify a target, and dive into it at high speed. The goal is disruption and pressure rather than indiscriminate attacks. A widely reported incident occurred in July 2021 when the Japanese-operated tanker Mercer Street was struck by a drone, resulting in the reported deaths of 2 crew members. While the ship was not carrying sanctioned cargo, the attack sent a clear signal about the potential reach of unmanned aerial weapons in the region. Analysts note that drones are relatively inexpensive for Iran, estimated at around $20,000 each, compared to the value of the vessels they can damage. This cost imbalance makes them a potent but limited tactic. However, sustained drone activity has prompted the deployment of counter-drone systems in the Gulf, and repeated attacks carry the risk of escalating military responses. Level 4 shows that drones introduce real, confirmed destruction into the equation, beyond mere presence or seizure, making them one of the more dangerous tools in the Iranian strategic toolkit. Level 5. Missile capabilities. Drones can target individual ships, but missiles have the potential to threaten multiple ships at once. According to public reports, Iran's Khalij Fars and other coastal missiles are designed to strike moving ships with high precision. They fly low to avoid radar and adjust course mid-flight, carrying warheads capable of significant damage to large vessels. In military exercises, Iran has reportedly demonstrated the ability to hit mock targets with accuracy, signaling to analysts that its coastal missile systems could affect traffic through the strait if ever used. The geography of the strait, narrow and bordered by Iranian coastline, means that missile batteries could cover large portions of the shipping lanes simultaneously. Experts caution, however, that the use of missiles against commercial shipping would significantly escalate tensions in the region. While the capability exists, actual deployment carries high risks of military retaliation from other states. Level 5 highlights that missiles introduce a tangible threat capable of disrupting multiple ships at once, but they also represent one of the most escalatory and sensitive tactics in the Iranian strategic toolkit. Level 6. Submarine operations. Everything so far has been visible, but submarines operate in the shadows. According to public reports, Iran's Ghadir-class midget submarines are specifically designed for the shallow waters of the Strait of Hormuz. At around 29 meters long, these vessels can sit quietly on the sea floor, making them difficult for commercial shipping to detect. A submarine doesn't need to fire a single torpedo to create disruption. Analysts note that when submarine activity is reported or suspected in shipping lanes, insurance companies often restrict coverage, which can effectively halt commercial traffic until the area is declared safe. In 2010, Iran claimed its submarines had shadowed U.S. carrier groups undetected, a claim disputed by analysts, but considered plausible enough to attract international attention. The power of submarines lies in uncertainty. They can freeze shipping through fear alone, without direct engagement. However, any actual attack would immediately reveal their position and trigger significant military retaliation. Level 6 demonstrates that submarines are one of the most psychologically powerful tools in the Iranian strategic arsenal, capable of creating maximum disruption with minimal visible action. Every previous level focused on a single tool, but a full blockade combines all of them at once. Analysts describe this theoretical scenario, but if it did, it could halt 20% of the world's oil daily. An official Iranian declaration closing the strait would make it clear that no foreign commercial traffic is allowed. Approximately 20% of the world's oil passes through the Strait of Hormuz daily, roughly 17 million barrels. Experts note that even a short-term closure could create significant disruption in global energy markets, affecting fuel prices and trading activity across Europe and Asia. However, such an action carries extreme risk. Analysts suggest that a full blockade would almost certainly trigger a major military response from other nations, given the strategic and economic stakes. For this reason, a complete closure has never occurred. Level 7 represents the theoretical maximum of Iran's strategic leverage over the strait, kept as a potential threat but never executed, illustrating the high-stakes balance in this critical global choke point. Which level do you think gives Iran the most power without firing a shot?